Landmark constitutional law cases in India have profoundly shaped the legal framework, influencing democracy, rights, and governance. Understanding these cases is crucial for law students and professionals, as they highlight the evolving interpretation of the Constitution and its impact on society. This exploration provides insights into the judiciary's role in safeguarding fundamental rights and democratic principles. The Kesavananda Bharati Case established the basic structure doctrine, limiting Parliament's power to amend the Constitution. It ruled that fundamental features like democracy and secularism are inviolable, ensuring that the essence of the Constitution remains intact despite amendments. This landmark judgment profoundly influenced India's constitutional framework, safeguarding its core principles. The A.K. Gopalan case in 1950 narrowly interpreted Article 21, allowing arbitrary procedures under law, denying an integrated reading of rights. This interpretation was later overruled by the Maneka Gandhi Case, which expanded the scope of fundamental rights, integrating Articles 14, 19, and 21, and pioneering judicial activism. The Maneka Gandhi Case revolutionized the interpretation of fundamental rights by integrating Articles 14, 19, and 21. It mandated that procedures under Article 21 must be just, fair, and reasonable, marking a shift towards judicial activism. This broadened the scope of rights, contrasting the narrow view in A.K. Gopalan, and set the stage for future cases like Golaknath. The Golaknath Case in 1967 marked a pivotal moment by temporarily restraining Parliament's power to amend the Constitution, declaring fundamental rights as transcendental and unamendable. This decision was later overruled by the Kesavananda Bharati Case, which introduced the basic structure doctrine, reshaping the constitutional amendment landscape. The Indira Gandhi vs. Raj Narain case underscored judicial supremacy by striking down the 39th Amendment, which violated the basic structure by undermining free and fair elections. This landmark judgment emphasized the judiciary's role in safeguarding constitutional integrity against unconstitutional amendments, setting a precedent for future cases like Minerva Mills, which further explored the balance between fundamental rights and directive principles. Minerva Mills vs. Union of India, 1980, reaffirmed the importance of judicial review, emphasizing that harmony between fundamental rights and directive principles is integral to the Constitution's basic structure. The case limited Parliament's power to amend the Constitution, ensuring that no amendment could disrupt this balance, thus preserving the core principles of Indian constitutional law. ADM Jabalpur v. Shivkant Shukla, 1976, marked a grim period in Indian constitutional law. The Supreme Court ruled that during an emergency, the right to life and liberty could be suspended, effectively nullifying Article 21. This decision was later overruled by the Puttaswamy case, restoring the sanctity of fundamental rights even during crises. The S.R. Bommai case reinforced federalism by making misuse of Article 356 justiciable. It prevented arbitrary dismissal of state governments, thereby strengthening the federal structure. This landmark judgment ensured that the central government cannot impose president's rule without valid reasons, safeguarding the autonomy of state governments within the Indian Union. The K.S. Puttaswamy case marked a pivotal moment by recognizing the right to privacy as a fundamental right under Article 21. This landmark judgment overruled the infamous ADM Jabalpur decision, thereby safeguarding digital rights and reinforcing the constitutional protection of individual privacy in the digital age. The Olga Tellis vs. BMC case in 1985 expanded Article 21 by recognizing the right to livelihood as integral to life. This landmark judgment humanized the law for pavement dwellers, ensuring their eviction was not arbitrary, thus broadening the scope of fundamental rights under the Indian Constitution. The Vishaka case established crucial guidelines to prevent sexual harassment, utilizing international conventions like the Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women in the absence of domestic legislation. This landmark judgment laid the groundwork for the Prevention of Sexual Harassment (POSIH) Act of 2013, significantly impacting workplace safety and gender equality in India. Navtej Singh Johar versus Union of India marked a pivotal moment in Indian constitutional law by decriminalizing consensual same-sex relationships. The Supreme Court struck down Section 377 as unconstitutional, affirming LGBTQ+ rights, equality, and privacy. This landmark judgment underscored the importance of personal liberty and dignity, reshaping the legal landscape for marginalized communities. Joseph Shine vs. Union of India, 2018, decriminalized adultery by striking down Section 497 of the Indian Penal Code. The Supreme Court held it violated Articles 14, 15, and 21, promoting gender equality and personal liberty. This landmark judgment emphasized the importance of individual rights and equality, reshaping societal norms and reinforcing constitutional values. The Lily Thomas case in 2013 was pivotal in enhancing electoral integrity in India. It struck down the provision allowing convicted members of parliament to remain in office, thereby promoting accountability in politics. This decision underscored the importance of maintaining ethical standards in public office, ensuring that those convicted of crimes cannot hold legislative positions. The Barabari Union case of 1960 clarified the constitutional status of the preamble, determining it is not enforceable. It also established that transferring territory requires a constitutional amendment, highlighting the procedural rigor needed for such actions. This case underscored the importance of Article 368 in constitutional amendments, setting a precedent for future territorial and constitutional considerations. The Champakam Dorai case in 1951 was pivotal, leading to the first constitutional amendment. It established that fundamental rights take precedence over directive principles, setting the stage for affirmative action policies. This case underscored the primacy of individual rights in the constitutional framework, influencing subsequent legal interpretations and amendments. The I.R. Coelho case emphasized judicial supremacy by ruling that laws in the Ninth Schedule can be invalidated if they violate the Constitution's basic structure. This decision underscored that legislative protections are not absolute, reinforcing the judiciary's role in safeguarding constitutional integrity. The Shreya Singhal case marked a pivotal moment for digital free speech in India. By striking down Section 66A of the Information Technology Act, the Supreme Court deemed it vague and unconstitutional, thereby upholding the fundamental right to freedom of speech. This decision fortified the protection of expression in the digital realm. Union of India versus Association for Democratic Reforms case emphasized the right to know as integral to freedom of speech and expression. This landmark judgment mandated disclosure of candidates' criminal and financial backgrounds, significantly enhancing transparency and accountability in the electoral process, thereby strengthening democratic principles in India. The landmark constitutional law cases in India have profoundly shaped the legal framework and societal norms. These cases underscore the dynamic interplay between law and society, offering essential insights for law students and professionals. Understanding these judgments is crucial for grasping the evolution of constitutional principles and their enduring impact on Indian democracy.